Hey everyone, welcome back. We left off on the spy ops page. All right. Now we're going to continue into empire diplomacy. This is obviously very important. This shows the relationship you have to the empire. Okay. You can increase that relationship by bribing. The minimum effective bribe is 200,000. So click the bribe page here. Obviously, I don't have 200,000 PP, but if I did, I would just click OK, and it would increase my empire relations. Request boon. This, if you have high relations, you can request a boon. At the beginning of the set, this is very effective because the empire can give you things which will put you in an advantage over other players around you. He could give you fleets, he could give you tech, he could give you a planet. All of that is very useful at the beginning of the set. Later on, it's not as useful. You have request mediation. This is very important if you're a council speaker, and if you're responsible enough to be a council speaker, people rely on you and your council to make decisions for them. Obviously, if a stronger council attacks you and decimates you, and you're no longer in their declaring range, you wanna mediate. Okay, if you have good relations, you can mediate here. Okay. And you have invading empire. It goes magistrate, empire planet, fortress, and empire capital planet. Basically, the magistrate, there's three clusters. Each cluster has a magistrate. So there's three magistrates. You have your empire planets. So first the magistrates are killed off. Once your magistrate is killed off, you can attack empire planets. Once the empire planets are killed off, you can attack fortresses. There's four levels of fortresses. It goes up with difficulty at each level. Level 1 is the easiest, level 4 is the hardest. Once your council captures a level 4 and you're in that same cluster, you can attack the Empire planet. Essentially, when you beat the Empire planet, the set is over. Okay, let's go on to fleet. Okay, this shows which fleets you have. Here's the ID, the name of the fleet, the commander commanding that fleet, the fleet XP, your status, your ship class, number of ships in that fleet, and the commander's abilities of that fleet. Okay. Here you have ship designs. This is where you design and create different ships depending on class. Here's your ship building. If I wanted to build 100 of these, okay, I just select this, click 100. You can build 100 of those. Um, Fleet commander. This is where you have all your fleet commanders. This is where you can look at their attributes, see how good they are, dismiss them, whatever you want to do. Ship pool. This is the ships that you have in your pool. Okay. Um, Currently, I have no ships in the pool. Form new fleet. This is where you form fleets. Basically, in order to form a fleet, you need a commander and you need ships. If you have those two things, you can form a fleet. Reassignment. Um, Here's where you can do commander swaps. Ship reassignments. You can change the ships in this type of fleet. You can remove add ships. You can refill the fleet, and you can maximize the fleet. This is no longer part of the main function of the game. Your expeditions now are done through the domestic page, and they will always be running. If you want to turn it off, you select this and hit submit. But if you want to keep it on, you just leave it on. It always starts off running. Mission. Um, Basically, you can set your fleets to station. You can station them on a planet. You can patrol. Patrol means you can catch raiders and privateers, stuff like that. Dispatch to ally. You can send a fleet to your ally. You can only send one to one ally at a time. Um, Let me rephrase that. You can only send to a person at a time, but you can send multiple fleets to different allies, and you can train your ships. Usually, you train your commanders until they reach level 20, um, and that's done through the mission. Recall. This is where you recall your fleets back, and you recall them from being stationed, patrolling, or training, things of that nature. And disband. You can disband your fleets using this feature. Okay, let's go on to war. You click war and it tells you which status you're at war with. Okay, this council is currently at war with these two councils right here. Okay, um, basically, when you're at war with a council, there's several different things that can happen. You can be attacked. You can attack. It's important to click siege planet or blockade and see who's in your range. Right now, you're safe. There's nobody in your attack range. Okay. Sieging, sieging you can only do when you're at war with a council or a player. And basically, sieging is when you take their planet. Okay. Sieging gives you fleet score. Um, and sieging is basically what's used when you rape a player. And we use that term, you know, loosely, but I'm gonna from now on I'm gonna call it, grabbing planets. So uh, when you grab planets from a player, you use the sieging ability. Blockade. Blockading is basically when you attack a player, but you don't want to lose fleet score, or you're not at war with their council. You can blockade. Raiding. Raiding is when you want to destroy buildings on that player's planets. Okay, that's a good way to make someone angry, pretty much. Privateer is when you send fleets into an enemy's empire and you basically steal production points from them. Okay, that's another good way to make someone angry. Defense plan. That's when you set up your fleets for your defense plan. You can use 20 full fleets. If you have allies, then that adds to your defense plan. You can't actually manipulate those fleets, but you can have up to 20 of your own fleets. And battle report is where you view a player's battles. Okay, that's very good for gaining intel on your enemies. Okay, now we got the council page. Okay, this this shows what your council has accomplished. How much money is in the safe, your council rating, how many members, your council honor, um, who's the speaker, what's the slogan, what's the name, which projects have you completed. That's all here. Council vote. This is when you want to vote someone speaker. So if I want to become speaker of this council, I'll vote myself. And now I will have 308 gain, which means if I have enough gain, the next time there's a council election, I'll become speaker, in which these other options will open up to me. Admission request you can send to any other council in the game, and you can say, hey, I want to become a member, and you send that to them, and they can decide yes or no. That's up to the council speaker. Independence declaration. This is you go out on your own and you form your own council. Okay, all you do is type the council name and the slogan of your council, and you hit done, and you go out on your own. Um, Donation. This is where you donate to the council. You can only donate 10% of your max PP. Diplomatic status. This is this is basically which councils you're allied with, truce with, and at war with. And speaker menu. This is closed unless you're a speaker, so you can't get access into that. Um, that's all the time we have for this tutorial. I'll see you guys again soon.